And welcome back to the Spam Invitational. I am 10-Pin Gaming, and this is Just Team 2 versus N.M.E. Just Team 2 enters today at a middle-of-the-pack 3-2 with an overtime win. N.M.E. has been dominant throughout. It's 5-0, beat the second-ranked team, who I believe right now is actually, third ranked team behind Tsunami. So, with all of the shenanigans, both Tsunami and the Wiggles are 4-0. Both have one loss. The issue is the Wiggles have an overtime win. Tsunami has not had any overtime incidences so far. So, a long story short, Tsunami's up by like a point. Yeah, a point. They've got 12. The Wiggles have 11. If you're wondering how the point system works, it's kind of like hockey. Regulation win, I believe, is 2. Overtime win is 1. Overtime loss. Or sorry, regulation, I believe, might be 3. Overtime wins 2. Overtime loss is 1. And loss is 0. Regardless, we enter this game. Mind-blowing stuff and Cosmic Gamer have been serviceable, to say the least. I know Mind-blowing stuff has had some quite good games. He's got a 1.17 right now, a zero point 0.7 on attack, and a 1.9 on defense. Whereas Cosmic Gamer is at a 0.86, better on attack than defense, but pretty similar, 0.9, 0.8. Very consistent player, very useful on cameras. Mad Dog is up there for the MVP. I don't think it might not be close as of right now. 1.7 on attack paired with a 2.7 on defense is straight up disgusting. Septicalin of the Wiggles would be trailing with a 1.91, 1.0 on attack, and a 3.5 on defense. Mad Dog definitely the more even of the two, but Septicalin's defense might just be too much to handle for certain teams. Though, of course, those two did match up, and Mad Dog and N.M.E. did take over that victory.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
It's like a very interesting play coming out from Wild Games. Might try and just zip up straight into sight, catch him off guard. Checking his camera. Just thinking about it. Now would be around the right time. And here we go. They're hesitating, trying to make sure everything's clear. That drone's gonna let them know that someone's likely pushing from there, though. Oh my goodness. Answering the phone at the wrong time. Good strategy there from Mad Dog and Wild Games to take the opening pick. Oh, he's like half a second late. Can't react fast enough. Mad Dog versus Mind-blowing stuff. The matchup that everyone is waiting for. Cosmic Gamer on the bulletproof camera, trying to get any intel he can. Fortunately, nothing he can see. Here's where things get quiet. Mad Dog's not going to be able to see mind-blowing stuff from where he is right now. Does have the ability to call in the pocket. Looks like he's going to do that now. Little to no sound cue. I think Mad Dog's gonna go for the swing. I don't know if he's ready for it, but we'll see. He seems to be peeking it very carefully. Heads lined up. Can't secure the kill. I think Cosmic had the camera. Mind-blowing stuff finally finishes the job. And that default camera there from Cosmic likely gave him a bit of an advanced warning. Nothing Mad Dog can really do about that. Thought for sure that N.M.E. had that one in the bag after the opening pick there. It looked like Wild Games was going to get mind-blowing stuff as well. Just couldn't pull it off, though. Just a little late on the reaction time. Positioning was spot on, though.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Bomb located by attackers.
Now going kitchen, a very formidable site. Obviously, the very clear second choice here. I'd also like to note, beforehand, this map was chosen by Mad Dog. His teammate was not there when the pick was made, and when his teammate, Wild Games, got back, made it clear that this is one of his least favorite and worst
5
maps.
seconds to insertion.
So I'm very curious to see how that plays out. Of course, when your teammate's not there for the map selection and he gets a map he doesn't want, that is on him. Bravo coming out from Wild Games. Ash from Mad Dog. Very clearly spotted the cap can. He's gonna get in pretty much silently. Issue is if they notice the Brava drone. Gets the frag on him, I'm blowing stuff. Cosmic's laying... Oh, nope, he's gotten up, he's crouched. Mad Dog Jickle peeking. I think Wild Games is coming in. You could go for the plant. They've got a ping on him via the bulletproof camera. And it looks like they have that bulletproof camera no longer. He's going to get droned out now. I'd expect Mad Dog to swing this, but he's playing it very patiently, very smart. And here comes the plant. Cosmic Gamer not deciding to push this. It seems like he's going to get it down. And down he goes. Mad Dog with a great angle there. And, you know, it's one of the better feelings when you're planting and you know that you have him dead to rights. There's really nothing that Cosmic Gamer can do there, other than just swing and pray he lands his headshot first. Round one looked very solid. 1-1 so far. I mean, it's hard to tell early game who's going to really get away with things, or run away with things, pardon. But, I mean, obviously the number one seed N.M.E with the MVP favorite Mad Dog is likely going. It would have my pick for sure. And keep in mind that defensive KD shoots through the roof.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
For those of you who are interested, GBB versus Slow Rollers has been scheduled for 2/28 at 10 p.m. So a interesting matchup with I Like Pizza and Leg taking on the interesting duo of Vader and Kidney Ken, who seem to have really improved their team play from the start of the season, which looked rather rough. I'm rather happy for them. They'd be my dark horse contenders. I think they might be able to sneak into 4th place and get home field advantage for the playoffs against just Team 2 if they can sneak into that spot. I would. They'd be my dark horse, just like when Mad Dog and Justin IO, who is now Weapon X, who is now Justin IO, went on that crazy run all the way to the playoffs and took them all the way to the final match. I'd pick that team to be my dark horse for sure. Looks like the same push coming out. They're going to open up a wall here. No electrification to defend it at all. Good angle here from Unblowing Stuff. Might be able to get a pick if they aren't ready for it. Gunfight happening now. Cosmic Gamer looking for the smoke. Nobody there, though. Oof. Great refrag. And, you know, Mad Dog does it himself. Once again, I mean, yeah, I mean, just clean as it gets. Really thought that Mind-Blowing Stuff had a good angle there. I think he just kind of over-pursued it. I don't know why he full swung like that. Really exposed himself a lot more than Mad Dog did. That's typically gonna cost you a gunfight. I'd know because I do it all the time. Mad Dog looking very solid so far. Wild Games holding his own on a map that he says, quote unquote, I quit it every time I get it. Maestro getting banned. I think that's a target ban. I don't think they've really gone Maestro that I've seen. Ash off the board. Smart choice, considering Mad Dog's been running Ash a little bit. But of course, I believe that round, I can't remember who he went. He went Sense. So, just getting rid of the soft breach. Of course, not a lot of teams bother defending against hard breaching. They kind of let it happen. Which, I mean, when you only have two people, you can't stop everything. You can't stop everything.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
You know,
defused
you
by
can
attackers.
stop the droning, potentially. Especially Mozzie, you'd think would get more use, considering he can pretty much swipe up every single drone one can have. He'd be a very good pick for anti-drone usage. But we don't really see him played all too often. Banning cameras, that's what I'm seeing now. Okay, so Valk off the board, that's target ban
Attackers have
against
located a
Cosmic.
bomb.
Maestro, I'd imagine Cosmic would quite like as well. Mira is just a pretty blanket, you know, just get her out of the way type of ban.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I think Cosmic might be getting his pizza right now. He hasn't moved one bit.
5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Not a whole lot of reinforcement. Jammer's just now coming down. Wild Games might be able to steal a kill here versus Cosmic, but he's gonna down Cosmic. But Mind-Blowing Stuff is there for the save the day. Just didn't play out well there for Wild Games. Had the opportunity to end the round very quickly there. Here comes Mind-Blowing Stuff through the rotate. Now he's going to shoot the alibi clone. That's not great. He's announced himself. Cosmic looking to get aggressive here.
Playing my trump card.
One damage. That I don't think he had any intel for that. Claymore going out. They're both very low. I mean, HP wise, I think Mad Dog has got more. But, of course, there's two opportunities for a headshot to happen when you have two people. Looks like Mind-Blowing Stuff's going for the fake alibi play. I'd worry about Mad Dog being Jackal. I don't think that's necessarily going to work. In goes Mad Dog. If he entered through white, he'd have a great angle to just kind of shoot Mind-Blowing Stuff in the back. Coming in through this way, Mind-Blowing Stuff might see or hear him, especially if he's going to try and enter B site. So we'll see how that goes. He's droning up white into B site now. Through pillar room. He's just going to drone the whole area out. And Mind-Blowing Stuff is not budging, and neither is Cosmic Gamer. Very happy with how their hold is going right now. As you say, the drone right there, I'm surprised we haven't shot that yet. Mind-Blowing Stuff now on the move. And he moves at precisely the wrong time. Here comes the swing. A big whiff there from Mind-Blowing Stuff. Mad Dog had the opportunity to get the kill, couldn't do it. Here comes Cosmic Gamer now. Trying to defend the hallway. See what he can do with his SMG-11. Decides to not hold the hallway. Swings at just the wrong time. I don't know if he's crossed, I don't know if Cosmic maybe crossed. It didn't seem like it. Time running down here, and Cosmic Gamer is going to finish the job. Mad Dog took a lot of time trying to win that gunfight, and he just couldn't couldn't quite do it. It's very hard in a 1-on-2. Definitely possible, but these are two very competent players, and they held things very well. You know, Mind-Blowing Stuff had the chance to finish the job a lot sooner. Didn't end up mattering, of course. They get the job done. But equally, Mad Dog also had a chance to make it a 1-on-1 versus the guy who was one shot and just couldn't quite get it done. Very unfortunate for them. Things are tied 2-2. And I don't love that for Mind-Blowing Stuff and Company, but I mean, there are worse positions to be in against the 1 seed in the league as of right now,
Attackers
and
need
my
to locate
personal
and
favorite to
defuse
win it all.
bombs. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Oh my god.
Ten seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to go.
Alright, Sen's coming back out once again.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
And we're going back to the kitchen. This hasn't gone well for them. Historically, at least. So it's a bold play, but I think they might be out of choices. They do bring a bandit, that's smart. Push straight through. They do have the feet holes here. And the C4. So we'll see how that plays out. Rip. It's not going to do it. Footholes here could get some damage. It'd be hard to get a kill through there, but ultimately worth it. Even a little bit of damage can mean a lot in a gunfight. Couldn't get that drone. That's not great.
Another mag!
Looks like not eager to peek this, and I think that's the right play. Phone call's coming out. It's gonna make it a little more urgent that he gets something done there. Ooh, wow, that is a lot of damage. Down goes Cosmic Gamer. Mind-Blowing Stuff all by himself now. Trying to run wild games out of him. He's gonna shoot it to make it blow up quicker. That's smart. That's the correct play there. As it looks like they're gonna switch now. See how Mind-Blowing Stuff reacts to this. Doesn't see the cross. Yeah, Mind-Blowing Stuff's on a really bad spot here. Flash is gonna go out. C4 is going to get the kill, but all of that noise is gonna make it very hard to hear that the Mad Dog is planting. Here comes the push. Mind-Blowing Stuff has to make a play. Swings, expects some hard corner, does not happen. He's gonna run at him with the pistol and cannot get the job done, as the attackers are favored 3-2 right now. I think N.M.E might make this a quick one. If they can secure another win, I'd be rather concerned for them, like, deeply, because I just don't think that might be insurmountable at that point. You know, I mentioned this. Commentating these makes a ranked match of CGL, regular plain old ranked match, seems so like quick paced. I feel like a 2-1, or like, you know, you sweep your attack, it's still very losable. You know, I know you only need the one, especially if you win all your defense first. You win all 3 of your you know, defensive holds. Depending on the map, it's still very easy to go to overtime. I feel like a 4-2 lead here. I mean, there's a lot to play, but it just seems like the ability to finish the
Attackers
job
have located a bomb.
is somehow easier when a team gets off to a hot start.
Wall reinforced.
Especially with how overtime works. I
10
don't
seconds left before
agree
insertion.
with how overtime works in Siege at all. One team getting to defend twice.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
I'm surprised they haven't remedied it with something like a win by 2 system, so that if you win defense, you still have to finish the job on attack. But then also you'd have games that get drawn out for way too long. I understand why they don't. Pre-play C4 down. Down goes Mad Dog. That was very quick. This is exactly what they needed. They need to keep pace with the wins. So trying to make his way into sight. Can't finish the kill. Very close to a headshot there, Cosmic Gamer, with some good aim, presumably. We get to see it now. Yep, very clean. That's a gunfight. If you're Wild Games, you're not gonna be not happy with yourself at all. That's one of those gunfights where it just feels like you saw him so soon, and you should really have finished the job. But you know it gets in your head after a while for sure. I've had my fair share. Feels like almost every match I have, there's 1 or 2 of those kills, or lack thereof, deaths, where it feels like you really should have had it. Just missed the head too. Very unfortunate there for Wild Games. Going up 4-2 would have been crucial. Still 3-3 is a good spot, especially when Mad Dog now gets to terrorize you defensively. Looking to be a rough one from Wild Games so far. I'd take notes, especially for the playoffs. If Mad Dog doesn't seem quite comfortable with Cafe, all you have to do, or sorry, Wild Games doesn't seem quite comfortable with Cafe, and all you have to do is, well, kind of beat Mad Dog at his game. I mean, it's better than nothing. I'd take a 2-on-1 even if it's against a guy who has a 2 KD, I guess. It's almost a fair fight at that point, depending on what team you are. Very long loading times in Siege. This might be the longest one of the day. It felt longer. I don't know if it was because I was just paying attention more or what. And back down. Or back down. Their start in kitchen. Usually you see people start 3rd floor, but it does not seem to be the case here. Because they want to get it out of the way. Nice and early. Lion and Doe could be banned. 2 solid bans, very good for post plant and even getting into sight. You know, forces the opposing team to have to sit still or you know,
10 seconds left
answer a text message or 2. Very good for sound
5
cues.
seconds to insertion.
Very solid bans. Thorn getting banned.
Attackers must locate and defuse a
It's
bomb.
always, it's not necessarily a must ban, but a lot of people feel the need to do it. Very close to a gunfight there.
Swapping mags.
Mad Dog did not decide to pull the trigger. Very early gunfights, you know, they swing momentum a lot. You know, the opportunity to go and get that kill was there, but he would have to swing a guy who's kind of ready for him. Kind of smart to stay where you are. Gets spotted though. Drone's gonna go down. He could have got out of there. He got the ping. He could have got out of there, saved the drone. Just a very small misplay, but still a misplay. there were anyone there. They would be blind. It's kind of a waste, but they do make their way into the hallway. It's clearing space. They left that wide open. I didn't even notice that. Here comes the gunfight. Down goes mind-blowing stuff. Good kill from Wild Games as he improves to 3-4-1. C4, that's a good rip, actually. Very close to a kill. Very close. No more Candelas. This is very unfortunate. Cosmic Gamer gets the refrag for his teammate. Evens it out. 1-1. That Dog's got a great angle here. No, he's not even bothering to hold where he's coming from. Oh, the plant there is very poor decision, but he gets the bait. Mad Dog swings it. Can't secure the kill. I'm sure there's a reasonable explanation for why Mad Dog was looking there that I'm just not aware of. But, it does confuse me. It does confuse me a little bit. While he was looking over there, I figure he would have been able to hear. But also, you know, moving around would have made a lot of noise, which wouldn't have been great.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You know, it really seems like Just Team 2 is performing just about how I'd expect. They're holding them honest. You know, it's 4-3. They're there. I just feel like they're missing one thing. We're lacking
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
the mistakes from N.M.E to get some of these wins, it feels like. Or they're not being capitalized. Wild Games going for a spawn pick did not end up working out at all. Let's see what Cosmic Gamer gets up to.
Target acquired.
Looks like he's sitting on a hard surface. No, he wasn't. Why? That's quite the choice.
Throwing frag.
Oh. Oh, what a play from Wild Games there. Gets a little bit of damage. That might end up going back through the hatch. Not quite. Looks like Wild Games looking to be the aggressor here. Throws an impact. The swing happens. Gets some more damage. I think they might want to use a Finka boost as... Just gonna get to a safe spot.
Reloading.
I'd anticipate a demo. Oh, down goes Cosmic. Didn't even see Mad Dog there myself. They got a little too comfortable. They know where he is now. My blood stuff's in a difficult spot here. He's gonna have to trail someone here. No, there is, because there's the impact. So there is a way for Mad Dog to flank. Down goes Wild Games. Now it's a one-on-one with the Fuser. Mad Dog looking through these feed holes. I love the way they set up. And he goes, gets a little bit extra damage. And he's gonna drop. This is an interesting choice with 40 seconds left in the round. Let's see if it pays off. That dog's hearing the footsteps. He's a little confused on just how or where he is. Should have a pretty good idea now. Ping goes out. site. Oh no, I would assume he was going to B site. He pushed straight down the hallway. I don't think my Blink stuff had any idea where Mad Dog was. It made things very difficult. He decided to push the wrong site, and it cost him. I really like the site setup there from Wild Games and Mad Dog. I feel like the amount of productive angles they had was very good for them as a whole. It was a lot of teams, they don't bother with site setup, and it baffles me at times. They left a lot of soft walls, but they also a lot of footholds for them to use. Of course, those can go against you if you give up your positions, but that's up to the individual to not do that.
My beautiful evil eye is ready.
I don't know how I feel about Wild Games going Maestro here.
My evil eye ready to kill some Stronzos. Infacto! My evil eye.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds to insertion.
Getting Vulcan set up.
5 seconds left. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Seems like they're just about ready. One final trap for Mad Dog to place. He finally does it, and now it is time. A fuse pushing top floor. I don't know what the strat is there, and I could maybe there's something I'm not aware of, but I feel like there's a hatch, two hatches, sorry, and everything else is pretty useless. Maybe you could flush out the.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Very quick death there, and that's what happens when you peek Skylight. Mad Dog punishes mind-blowing stuff there, and now all up to Cosmic Gamer, who seems to be going an operator that me personally I wouldn't bring to this site. Recoil control is not there from Cosmic right now. Under a very stressful situation. I can't blame them all too much. Looks like he's just gonna. You just gotta send it in this situation. You're in a very disadvantageous spot. You don't really have a way to get the fuse. I mean, you could go back out the window, but then you'd lose every ounce of map control you already have. I like this a little bit. Could potentially get your hands on Wild Games. Mad Dog's ready for it. Sprays. I feel like he was expecting more damage to be done. I'm surprised the kill didn't follow. Wild Games, great kill. Ready for it. Yeah, not much you can do there if you're a Cosmic Gamer. And it's 6-3, I believe. Match point. This is a difficult thing about N.M.E. You get them on defense, and it gets real hard to do anything, get anything done. Wild Games is very confident, or competent, sorry, was the word I was looking for, defensively, and Mad Dog is elite. Now, Fuse play now, looks like they're going to go top down. I think what may have happened is they went, or no, because Cosmic was Fused last time. I'm assuming Cosmic may have gone Fused thinking they were going to go a different site, and by the time he thought to switch, it was already, the match had already started, would be my best guess. I would like to point out, I'm sure it doesn't come through all too much. I am rather sick at the moment, mostly just a headache, but I do apologize if I'm not talking as
Bomb
much as I
located by
usually do.
attackers.
A little late for that, though. We are coming quite close to the end of this.
Device activated.
This is a very good spot. I see a lot of players use this drone spot to good effect.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds
No
remaining.
one's reinforced freezer yet.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Clear a blast zone. Device positioned. Device placed. Device primed. Keep an eye on door. EDD primed.
Anticipate top down to be the play here.
Boogies prepped.
Attack on Wild Games staying downstairs.
Cluster charge
First,
deployed.
cluster charge is going out. Ram to follow. A lot of pressure. The defender's going to be put on under a lot of pressure
Placing
to,
cluster charge.
stay alive. And so far they're doing a great job. Mad Dog's already on it. And looks like Wild Games is returning fire. Mad Dog going with iron sights here. I mean, they're very clean iron sights, but with the option of a scope, I'm surprised he's not going for it. Down goes Wild Games, but mind-blowing stuff's going to get killed himself. Not prepared for Mad Dog to be upstairs. I wouldn't be surprised if Mad Dog decides to retreat now. Cosmic with the fuser, so that does make things easier for him. Mad Dog does not need to be the aggressor here, but he might just choose to be. Does not need to swing this. C4. It's not going to do it. Here's where things get difficult now, as you've got two different ways Mad Dog can push. He's stalling time here very nicely, I would say. As now he retreats his side. That was well played. Very well played. A flash has even covered Mad Dog's retreat as well. Cosmic's only got 30 seconds. He's going to have to drop hatch. No, he can't. He's out of visibility completely. So now he's just going to have to hurry with 20 seconds left. Can't get that wall open. He's just going to have to book it. He's spotted on cam. There's no point in shooting it. You're just wasting time. Of course, free points. It's pretty much guaranteed loss at this point. It's going to be very difficult. He's going to have to go for a swing here. Maybe get the diffuser down as Mad Dog's hiding. Down the plant goes. And this game is over. Mad Dog showing off why he's got such a high KD there in that last round. He played it very patient, but also just aggressive enough to get Cosmic to freeze up and have to clear out his entire way. Be very patient. Very, very, very clean execution there from Mad Dog. Right. Well, time to get our game MVP. If it isn't, if it's not a surprise to anyone, I don't think it's going to be Mad Dog. So let's see if we can get him in here. Mad Dog, can I have you for a moment? Might be talking with his teammate. We'll try one more time. Hey, Mad Dog, you've won MVP. Do you have any comments? I guess I could invite him to the PlayStation call, actually. Might want to try that. Always forget who's PlayStation and who's not. All right, Mad Dog's been sent an invite. We'll wait on him rather patiently. I'm going to double back. Actually, no, he's here right now. Perfect. Mad Dog, congratulations on the win. Went into game chat like a goober. Forgot you're on PlayStation, so we can go
Yeah,
do
I
this
went
on
to
call.
talk to you too, and you couldn't hear me. So
Yeah, no. Anyway, we're here now. Congratulations on the win. Um,
thank you, thank you.
I don't have all too many questions, as it seemed quite a sure one. They seem to be respectable, though. They held you honest.
Yeah,
Was what you like to see out of a middle of the pack team. They held you honest. If you guys had made some mistakes, it would have been a lot closer, I'm sure. But point is, you guys didn't really make a lot of mistakes today. I'd like to talk about that last round. You're upstairs, and I was worried for a second you were going to get over aggressive and try and swing, but it seemed very clear you played it perfectly. Just enough pressure to make Cosmic not be able to go anywhere without you hearing him. I thought that was brilliant. And then also be retreating, and as you're retreating, Cosmic throws a flashbang that gets perfectly covered. He has to clear out that entire room before pushing. Ran him very short on time. I love the execution there. I just wanted to know what was going through your mind there.
I mean, when I first pushed upstairs, I was trying to get a pick. When I heard the fuse drop off the table, I thought he was dropping hatch, so I kind of gave my teammate a missed call, told him to drop hatch, and then he died to, I believe, ram through the floor. Oh no, he
Mm-hmm.
died to a fuse charge through the floor. And then when I pushed up, Fuse was still just looking through the floor, so I was able to get that kill. And then the reason I pushed into the room is because I thought the hatch was open again.
Oh, that's fair.
And so I was gonna like push up, create some pressure, and then drop hatch,
Mm-hmm.
which it
Wasn't
wasn't.
open.
And then when I realized that, it was either I'd back out, or I was gonna. The reason why I snuck up to the wall is because I thought he would have been rotating downstairs already,
Mm-hmm.
because he knew I was up. So I went to like push out and probably try and play the floor. But since I heard him still upstairs, I just backed down, slowly backed away down the back stairs, back to downstairs. Jeez.
Yeah. I was very worried for a second, but he seemed to shuffle at just the right time to get you to pause and realize that he was still up there.
Yeah. I really thought he was close enough on that wall that I could see for it, but I didn't.
No, he was tucked in the corner behind.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he was a 3 armor, so he just made a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Other than that, Wild Games looked, for a guy who said that this was one of his least favorite maps, looked decent. I mean, not the great output that we anticipate from him at times,
Yeah.
but for least favorite map, solid enough, I'd say at least. What's that
I
now?
definitely feel like that map was good for our team strategies.
Yeah, no, I loved your guys' second floor hold a lot with all the footholes and everything. I
Yeah.
thought that was brilliant. I feel like a lot of teams don't take advantage of all of the options they have during the prep phase. So I really love you guys taking advantage of that to the most. I thought it was the round where Wild Games went Cav. He was very, very aggressive, almost over
Yeah.
aggressive, but he played it pretty well. I know he ended up dying that round,
Yeah, before
but
that game started, since how he got insta-locked Cav,
mhm.
I just told him, I'm going to open the hatch for you, just play as aggressive as you want, but just make sure that hatch stays yours, pretty much. And he did that, pretty
Yeah, no,
much.
he played it very well. So that puts you
Even if
guys
he
up to
played that
6
mistake,
and 0
pretty bad.
with only
Yep.
1 week left. So I believe that locks you guys into first place.
I believe so. I don't, unless we lose our next game, Tsunami might be able to pass with rounds played, but I don't believe so. Let me check real quick.
Oh yeah, I'd also like to point out I added 2 empty spaces there on accident. I tried to delete it and I added a
No, you're
second one.
good.
So I don't know how to delete those. Um,
We're going win-loss percentage, right, for rounds? That's what we established.
yeah, I believe rounds 1 would be the tiebreaker.
Based on this game, I don't think Tsunami can catch us.
Yeah, they could
They
tie on rounds 1. Well, yeah, they could definitely tie, but you guys would have to lose out pretty much. You need like 2 rounds, I think.
I think we would actually beat them by
3
4
rounds.
if we. Or did you already update it?
I have not updated it. Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't updated it. So yeah, no, you guys are definitely locked in.
Yeah.
So I guess there's news. Congratulations on securing first place. You guys got backups for your next game, or are you guys gonna start? I don't know if you guys are don't want to risk any thumb injuries. You know, thumb
Maybe
cramp
we'll
might be
do a
dangerous.
shield all game or something like that. You know. Maybe give
Last time you did that, I believe you made someone quit. So I don't know if I'd suggest that if I were you. But you guys are playing the slow rollers. I don't anticipate that Mr. Vader would quit, but I wouldn't be as so sure for Kidney Ken. But he's looked solid. Last week he looked very solid.
mean, we'll still make sure that Bulldozer has to earn it, or Vader has to earn it. Sorry, his PlayStation username.
Mhm.
But if they win, they win. We're not gonna probably try that hard at it. We'll probably still try and win, just keep our streak going. But
A little victory lap. Yeah, I believe, would you guys be the first undefeated team? I can't recall if season 1 there was an undefeated team or
I
not.
think
I think there
Vader's
might
team
have
went
been.
undefeated.
Yeah, I know they were very dominant that season.
I think there was a couple. Oh wait, no, they lost Resurgence that one time. I'm pretty sure.
True. Let's see
But
here.
yeah.
You guys secure first place. Tsunami and Wiggles is going to be the matchup on who gets second. 2 seed might be very important.
Which it's Tsunami versus Filled Up this week, and then the Wiggles versus the new Team 1970, and then the week after that, Tsunami plays 1970, and then the Wiggles play GBB.
Yeah, so I mean they've got to play the same 2 opponents the next 2 weeks, so they can't really say that the one has an easier schedule over the other.
Well, the only thing that changes, Tsunami plays Filled Up, and then the Wiggles plays GBB instead. But even then, they're both pretty bottom of the pack.
I am quite
standings
surprised
showing.
that we have 3 teams that are technically winless.
Yeah.
Like no regulation wins is something. They've got a few overtime losses. Like they've taken teams pretty deep into games. Filled Up has an overtime win, but is that
No, it's
the
Team
game in limbo?
1970s.
Oh yeah, true.
We count it as a overtime loss, but for
Technically unofficial.
Yeah.
Or not technically, is unofficial.
Yeah.
I think that might need to be finished point wise because it looks like the slow rollers might just be in with a shot at the 4 seed.
Oh yeah.
Because they're 2-0 and 2, right? But if they'd be tied if they won that overtime with record wise at least they'd be tied. It'd be 2-1-2,
I think
2-1-2.
well, actually, after this game, just Team 2, yeah, it'd definitely be close.
Oh no, yeah, 2-1-3 now. So it's coming down to the wire for 4th. I think with this loss, just Team 2, I don't see them catching the Wiggles. I think the 2 seed, there's a fight for the 2 seed, and there's a fight for the 4 seed. The 6 seed, technically, there's a fight for Filled Up, 1978 GBB.
Fight here
Could
that
all
we have
take
to
it.
look at is the 6th seed, because that's the seed that you want to hit if you're the bottom 3 teams right now.
Yeah,
if you lose,
and all 3 of them are winless. So well, yeah, all 3 are winless right now.
Do any of them play each other? No, because they would have already played each other. Yeah. Well, Filled Up versus GBB, I believe, and beat them in overtime. That's GBB's overtime loss.
It's up to 1970, I guess. We'll see what they. Let's check their schedule. They've got to play the Wiggles this week. That game is not scheduled, and they've got to play Tsunami. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet. Actually, I wouldn't bet on any of them to do anything. That just seems like too much of a risk.
Yeah, with Filled Up versus Tsunami, that's still going to be a harder game.
Mm-hmm.
But then I believe Filled Up's last game is a pretty easy one, I would say. Not like easy, but more of like a... No, they got just Team 2, so they're both like pretty heavy, important games that they have to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think just Team 2 versus Slow Rollers is a matchup. It's just who gets home there.
Yeah.
There's really no way around that. Or no, it'd be whether or not they play, because it's 1 versus 6, 2 versus 5, or 1970 and
1 and
GBB
2
or bottom bracket, right?
By.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay,
And then
so
it's 3
so
versus 6.
3 versus
and
6,
then-
4 versus 5. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just Team 2 versus Slow Rollers is just about locked in, and I think they'd rather that over somehow just Team 2 sneaking past the Wiggles, which would be quite the event, considering the Wiggles have to
The
play
Wiggles and filled up is going to be a
1970 in
good game
GBP.
to see in the playoff bracket. Because the last time they versed, they went to overtime to the very last round.
Yeah, that's very true. I think the team that I think could be quite sneaky is the Slow Rollers. I think
Yeah.
there's a good chance Kenny Ken can stand out. It's like man, I forget their name, but the team that you led season 1. I think that's what we're looking at right now. Yeah, the Nightshades,
Yeah.
where they're entering the playoffs. Are so. They've got a player that could break out. And Vader's obviously very capable. I mean, we're talking about a champion, former MVP. So there's no doubt that and I think he's currently, as of this game, trying to break into champion for the first time tonight. I think I just got an invite, so I think he might be anticipating me here,
Did
which is
we,
impressive
see a
considering I'm
record get broken
exhausted.
this game?
I am not sure.
I know
was
the
not
assist
keeping track
record was
though.
close. I don't know how many assists he got. He had 4 going into round, I think. the
4
switch.
might be the record.
4
I
is
think
tied
it-
for the record.
4 is tied for the record. Okay.
That's why I was saying, did he get a 5th one at all?
And we're gonna need to watch that back. I'll pull it up on my phone, I guess.
Because if he breaks that record, that's a record that literally no one could break for I don't even know how long.
Yeah, no, that record has stood the test of time for a very, very, very long time.
Wait,
And how long have we been talking?
like 12 minutes.
Well, we got a lot of news to discuss. Usually I look. Oh, yep. Okay, I did. I was gonna say usually I look at the scoreboard before the game ends,
Oh,
like
he
out of
only
habit.
tied it.
Ah,
Almost.
well,
He was so close for so long.
close. I'm sure we're gonna look at a gun. Like there's gonna be a gunfight where he got a pick and you just like didn't finish it off or something, and we'll be like, man,
Yeah.
Mad Dog sold the record even though he didn't
Alright.
accumulate. Right. Anyway, that's all from us here at the Spam Invitational. I am 10-Pin Gaming. That is Mad Dog, your MVP for this game, and maybe future MVP for this league. I will catch you all on the flip side. And at what is the next game's
Peace.
date? It is 2
Well,
2:28,
those
10
aren't right.
p.m. Those aren't
those
correct?
aren't right.
Great.
That was supposed to be a game, but they.
Oh, okay. So,
The next game
actually,
is Thursday at 9.
I'm a big
It's,
liar.
Thursday at 9, it's the Wiggles versus Team 1970.
All right. You guys heard it from the man himself. I will catch you guys on the flip side.